We're going to just say a few words. We're going to talk about what's happening with the election. We'll take some questions from the fake news. And
also, I don't think he actually takes any questions. I'm just saying I haven't pre-watched this, but I saw a chunk of it earlier that involved this little moment and this guy who talks later who leads them in prayer, and they do a laying on of hands, which is just so fucking like, dude, he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein for 2.5 decades. The fuck is wrong with you?
we'll
get there.
We will get on with it. We have a great
please do
panel today, and I appreciate it. We have some real religious leaders. They're the most powerful ones on the panel by far, right, Chrissy?
Why?
The most powerful. And
why they're the most powerful? Because, I don't know, their flocks are dough-headed assholes? What do you mean?
And look at that gentleman. That's the biggest church I've ever seen in my life, right? When we need overflow, we use your church, and we get great people in that church, and you are.
What? Fuck you. It's the biggest church I've ever seen. And when we need overflow, we use your church. Overflow for what?
Fantastic. So I want to thank all of the people that have been supporting us for so long and so strongly. We're doing very well. The polls are looking great, and I think maybe more important than even the polls are the initial numbers are looking incredible. You know, in North Carolina, I was there, did 3 stops there actually yesterday, and
completely useless.
And one quite a way right after this horrible event happened. But in North Carolina, we have just an amazing result going on, because we were expected to maybe have 50% of the vote or 30%. Nobody knew what was going to happen. The place was, the people were wiped out. And it's some of the worst.
Otis says overflow parking. Yeah, they use the church parking lot anytime there are too many golfers. We got too many. There's just too many carts.
Hit sections, they had more people voting than they had in 2016 or in 2020. Can you believe it? Wow. Nobody expected that. They thought.
It's weird. It's almost like women are coming out in droves. Why would that be? By the way, I'm drinking coffee.
But if we got 50%, I mean,
someone was asking if I was drinking pickle juice. Not today.
See, the homes were just absolutely leveled, floated away, many of them. And
yeah, well, they leveled them and turned them into rafts. Sure.
There was death. There was death.
Was there death, though? That's what I was wondering. Just say it. You know what I mean? Try to say it in a way that you don't connect to it emotionally.
And FEMA's responded not well. The White House has done a very poor job. They should be ashamed of themselves, actually. But the people kicked in. Franklin Graham's been fantastic, and we've raised a lot of money.
No, you haven't. You haven't raised a fucking dime. And you certainly haven't given any money yourself. What's stopping you? There's a reason why he can't write a check himself to his own bullshit drop-off thing where he's handing out food and stuff. But there's nothing stopping him from writing Franklin Graham a giant check, $1 million, except that he doesn't have it. And he's an asshole.
We've raised a lot of money for the
other people's money.
The area, a lot of money, over $8 million and we've given out to various people that we know do a good job. I met some people there yesterday that were incredible. A couple of
really, yeah, and that's better than money. They got to meet you.
Of them said the nicest things. I think the nicest, the most beautiful things I've ever had said about me. I thought I heard everything.
What? Sorry, you show up with trucks full of aid that aren't yours. You claim that you got Starlink into the area when the government had already issued contracts to 3 different fucking companies to do internet services and cell phone service in the area while it's being rebuilt. And you had no part in all of it. And you want to let us all know how much everybody wanted to fucking blow you.
I've heard everything, good and bad. And they said,
oh, no, you haven't. Unless you've watched my show, sir. And I recommend it. By the way, don't worry, I'll send you some VHS tapes when this is all over. Think about it like a highlight reel. Fuck you.
They said the most beautiful things, so so I just want to thank them. The words were so beautiful.
Yeah, the order wasn't so beautiful. You know what I mean? Because in many ways, such a beautiful word. Fuck, often a very beautiful word. Put them in a different order, maybe not so much. Obviously, the syntax, he wasn't a big fan of.
So, Doral Mayor Christy Fraga, and thank you very much.
Fraga. Farraga.
Miami Mayor.
Hold on. Wait. Chat room, beg your pardon, if I may. Doral Mayor. Mayor Fraga. Fraga? Which sounds like a New Yorker describing yeah, there she is. She's the Christine Fraggle, a passionate advocate for the city of Doral and a proud member of the vibrant Cuban-American community. For over 2 decades, Christy and her husband, Gabriel Fraga, have called Doral home, choosing it as a perfect place to raise their 6-year-old son, Gabriel Jr. With a strong educational background and a blah, 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 she's passionate about empowering the youth, and she's everything, and mayor of there. So, Christine Fraga.
Francis Suarez, wherever Francis is, and I just saw him on television. He was on Fox, and he was saying the best things about me. And thank you for everything and the endorsement and all. Thanks a lot, Francis. You're doing a great job, too, both of you.
Lighten up, Francis.
Everybody should have mayors like this. We see some mayors. We see a lot of mayors that aren't quite as good, I will tell you, and some that aren't good at all.
Wow. Yeah. Easy there. It's not so much the criticism I mind, it's the specifics.
The mayor of Hialeah, Esteban Bobo. And you know why I love you is because he named their main street after Trump. Going.
It goes right. It's Trump bullshit-avoid, and it crosses Epstein Alley, right? That's how you can always find Epstein Alley. There's like 6 of them in Hialeah.
Right into Hialeah, going into the track. It's Trump. So many people call me. They say, "Thank you, Mayor." They say, "I just saw the most beautiful street. It's got your."
Yeah, that's what they say.
Name on.
Tears in their eyes, veins bulging in their necks, rippling muscles, big guys that normally don't cry. They see a street sign and they call you. I don't know how they got your number. I don't know why all these big, sweaty, muscle-bound men have your phone number. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Man, a smack a YMCA. We don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why these big, sweaty men who cry a lot seem to have you on speed dial. It's one day that mystery will be solved. We don't know.
And that's sort of one of the first, and I really
Probably the last.
appreciate it, Mayor. You've been great. Members of Congress, Maria, Elvira, Salazar, thank you. Thank you, Maria, very much.
Thank you, Maria. Which one of them is named Maria? There's 3 women sitting next to me. They could all be Marias. I'll try not to make eye contact with too many of them, but any one of them for very long. Just try to Maria, whichever Maria. Hey.
And a friend of mine for a long time, Carlos Jimenez. He's been a friend of mine for a long time.
Yeah, super. He's a real friend. That's why you can't find him, and he's sitting so far away. The depth of friendship is just overwhelming.
Where is he?
I don't know. I lose track of my best friends all the time, especially when they're in the building.
And you were also great today, Carlos. I watched you. You got up and you let him have it. You said how bad she is, how good I am. And I said, that's my Carlos. And she is bad.
Jesus.
Look, we don't need bad people. We had 4 years of bad. And when
Yes, it was called the Trump administration, I believe.
Not going to have 4 more years.
Yay! Who dropped off their ballot? Somebody just said they dropped off their ballot yesterday. Yay! Thank you so much for the birthday gift.
The country can't survive it. It is amazing. Think of it.
Here we go. This is where he's like, time to divert from the regular remarks and just go on the muscle memory
I
bullshit.
said, where is she campaigning today, sir? She's got a day off. You got 14 days left for the presidency, and she's taking a day off. This is not what you want. This is not what you want.
Also, the idea that she's quote unquote taking a day off when she's doing other work as the vice president, and by the way, doing a bunch of policy shit, doing like actual things. The idea that you have to actually be running around banging fucking doors every single day doesn't. It actually shows a weakness in a campaign. The fact that this asshole can't lay off, right? He can't lay off. And he's in Florida defending Florida. He shouldn't have to do that at all. He should be able to skip Florida and Texas entirely.
Want. Matt, say hello, Matt. My friend for a long time, huh?
Huh? Gates? Yeah, I don't want to say your last name because of sexual assault and birds of a feather.
A man who has been
Is Nestor there?
incredible. He owns Goya Foods. I eat it whenever I can.
I eat it whenever I can. Because it comes in a can, and sometimes I don't have an opener on me.
So Bob, and everyone knows him, but I think you're probably the most well-known. You know, they attacked Bob. He announced that he's in favor of Trump. And, you know, the radical left lunatics went crazy. They just went crazy. And they do things that probably are illegal. Probably.
He means boycotts.
I think it's actually illegal. They'll go after companies. They'll go after viciously. They'll never go after your oil company, but they'll go after you.
Hold on. I'm sorry. It should be illegal to not buy something because you don't like the company or the person in charge of the company?
Wouldn't stand for it either. But Bob did something that was amazing.
It's like saying, I get you. So what you're saying is that it should be illegal to not watch CBS's 60 Minutes, right? If you don't, like, all the maggots should not be allowed to avoid watching. They should have to watch it every Sunday because it's basically illegal if they boycott it and don't watch it. Sure, you know. I mean, if they don't watch it, then that's not ad rev going to the company. That seems like I don't know. Seems like a bunch of commie bullshit to me. But
you know, some people fold because they're weak, and they make a mistake in folding. Because once you fold, then they go after you again and again. But
is that what it is when you fold?
Bob did it different with Goya. He was very proud of it, and he went out there and he said, "That's right. We love Trump. We love everything that they like our policies. Number one, he likes our policies. Then he got to like me."
Yeah, I don't like everything. He didn't like everything I do, you know. But I mean, he misses Epstein almost as much as I do.
But he went, and everybody thought, "Oh, this would be bad for his business," and his business doubled and then tripled, and then. Right? I made him a lot of money because we have tremendous support, and you've been just a great friend for a long time now, right? For a long time. He took some heat at the beginning, but he handled it really incredibly.
Sorry, you only started becoming friends with him when he supported you, and you did that stupid stunt with Ivanka holding up the cans of Goya, which none of you fucking eat.
And whenever I see your food as opposed to I eat it. It's actually quite good out of the can.
What? It's actually quite good out of the can. What are you, a fucking hobo? It's actually... Get the fuck out of here. Trump walking around with a fucking can of beans, just dry, just refried beans with a fucking spoon. Shut the fuck up. It's actually quite good. She's laughing because it's fucking ridiculous. The hard part is that a lot of the people around him don't know how to react because they think he's kidding, and then they're like, "Oh, he's serious." Yet I am in mid-laugh.
Food as opposed to I eat it. It's actually quite good out of the can. We do actually travel with cans. You know, people don't know that. We do travel with cans.
What the fuck are you talking about? We actually travel with, yes. So let me tell you, on Trump Force One, when he's hitting turbulence, he's walking around with a fucking, what'd you do? Microwave a can of chicken soup and you're fucking eating it out of the, what are you talking about? What the hell? Are you eating corn giblets out of a hot can, holding a, what do you do? Like wear an oven mitt while you eat hot corn giblets? Or are you just eating them cold, you absolute asshole? None of this is true. And if it is, what the fuck? Nobody is flying cans of Goya, food of any, cans of any sort, from one place to another to eat them in the can upon arrival. What the fuck is going on? No, you don't. And nobody even, look, they're all laughing because they think it's a joke. This is just so fucking stupid.